and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my social media planner. I know it's been a while, but this is the classic Happy Planner dashboard planner, and I'm going to be using this for my social media planning this week, as I do every week, but this is May 16th through 22nd, and I was really stuck on inspiration for picking out stickers and a theme for this week. I was trying really hard, and I was coming up with nothing, so I finally decided I'm just going to do a planner challenge. When in doubt, I really like the plannable challenges from Planogram and Squared Plans, and this week's challenge from them is polka dots. So I thought, okay, what do I have that's polka dots? And I know I have this bold and bright book that I love so much, and I've been dying to make use of these black polka dots. I didn't know what I was going to pair them with. I felt like I could go a couple different directions with it, but nothing was really seeming to fit. The choice that I was kind of holding on to for the longest was using this sheet from Alicia Michelle. It's called Emotional, and I really like the moon. I thought it would be cool to do the black and white polka dots and maybe just do a black and white spread, but it's been so sunny and hot outside and really nice weather, and also I'm going into finals, or continuing into finals, or grading finals, that kind of stuff. So I just didn't feel like this felt like the vibe of the week. It's a little, it's a little heavy. I don't know. It's a moody sticker sheet. So I was like, maybe this would work. I don't know. I couldn't find anything in my stash. So then I'm like, I'll just go on Etsy and I'll find some printables. I found this adorable set from the Girly Geek Paper Co. I think that's what her full name is over there. I'll link everything down below as well. It was a printable sticker set. I think I paid $4.50 for the 2 sticker sheets, and it is called Sunny Daze, D-A-Z-E. Comes with the boxes and then the more decorative stuff. I like the Dalmatian dot kind of pattern on these rainbows, and I thought they might look good with the polka dots, and this feels a little bit more on par with the mood for this week, the weather, the mood, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and use this combo, and maybe some other stuff will get pulled in as the video goes along, but I'm going to go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get started. When I'm planning in the social media planner, I like to start by whiting out all of these little headers over here because I don't really need a list that says errands, but I can use the checklist for videos that need to be filmed, all of that. So I'm just getting rid of the things over there that label the categories so I can make them my own. And then this bottom section is typically where I start. I feel like I start in the same place every time I make a spread in this planner, but I use this primarily for analytics. So I'm going to take some of these boxes and just mark out follower counts on different platforms. I tend to track things like Instagram and YouTube and TikTok down here, and then Etsy kind of goes in its own part of the planner. If you've seen me plan in my small business planner, that's where all the Etsy stuff is going. I'm gonna start by combining the different pieces of the sticker combo. So I placed one of the boxes from Girly Geek, and I'm gonna do another one of these, or rather the first one of these. And I think a bug just hit my arm. It's been really ridiculously hot here, 95 degrees during the day, but it drops down to 60 overnight, and the bugs have been going crazy for it. So I'm dealing with all these bugs right now, and I'm not enjoying it. I don't think anyone would enjoy it, but the price I pay for living close to a park. And then I've got a rainbow. I don't know if it's the right rainbow for this space, but I like it. I don't know. What do you think? I wish I could get some kind of answer, some kind of clarity. I'm looking at it, and I think maybe what I need is one of these black colorful boxes to kind of offset the black polka dots on the bottom of things. So this is the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Boxes book, which I absolutely love. I will try to link that down below as well. And I'm going to use this to label the box analytics. I think that'll kind of balance things out and make this a little bit more of a solidified cluster. I'm liking it. Okay. And I feel like I should use the same kind of box to title the rest of the categories on this. So the ones that I typically label are things to film, which goes in that upper left-hand box right here. And then next to that is videos to edit. And then down below, it's kind of a toss-up on what gets put there. One of them is typically like a to-do list, like a more general to-do list. And then the other one, I normally leave for more decorative stuff. So I'm gonna use this as the more general to-do list. And then to fill that out, this set comes with some little checklists over here. I'm gonna take one of them and I'll trim it down to size. I don't need it to be too big. And the thing about bugs earlier, I don't have a bug problem. Let me just clarify that. I don't have a bug problem. I think I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 beetles inside today, which is 2 or 3 more than I normally see, so it's just annoying me. But I understand that that's part of like it getting warmer outside, unfortunately. Okay, so I'm taking this pink checklist and I'm just cutting it down with the X-Acto so that it'll fit in the box. The checklists have this like little V shape at the bottom of them. I just kind of like them flat on both ends, so cutting it down to size works nicely for me. And I think that looks good. I'm gonna cluster some more of these little shapes around this half of the spread, though I want to get some things out of the way first. It's getting a little cluttered. So I'll take one of these clouds and go up here with that. And then maybe like the tiny rainbow and some of the sparkles. I'm gonna get some more polka dots in here in a little bit because I do want to follow that theme and get really polka dotty in this spread. I've been really wanting to use those bold and bright polka dots for a while. And I didn't even plan it when I picked out this sticker set. I'm like, okay, polka dots will go well with most things. But then I'm like, oh, the Dalmatian dots, that kind of works. I'm gonna take another box, even though I just put this rainbow on my tweezers. Maybe I should deal with that first. We'll just go over on Monday with that. So I'm gonna do a box on Friday. And we'll go with this pink one that has little sparkles in it because it matches the pink of that checklist. I'm doing a collab with a couple other small sticker shops, which I'm very excited about. We are doing an endangered species collab, and my design will be pandas. Each of us picked a different endangered species to do a design for, and part of the proceeds will benefit the Worldwide Wildlife Foundation, I think is what it is. The initials always get me, but I'll leave more info down below. There's a number of shops participating in this collab, and everyone is doing a different animal, so you'll have to shop all the different shops to get all the different animal designs. But it should be a really fun collab, and I'm gonna try to keep, I think I'm gonna keep the design in my shop year-round, not just like as a limited edition thing, so you can get panda stickers at any point. I personally picked pandas because my boyfriend really loves them, so I thought maybe I could do that for the design. But that's coming up on Friday the 20th. We've got some bullet points on here, which is nice because I'm going to need those to mark some like posts. What else can I do here? I'm trying to like bring all the pieces together. Maybe like some washi tape. This one matches the Spotty Dotty, but it's a little too thick. And then this one from Simply Gilded might work. It's like a skinnier gold bow washi tape. And I could put like a couple little clusters or sections of it in here. The thing about this one is that it's perforated, so you can like rip it at individual lengths, or you could like tear it in sections. But I think the sections looks a little bit better rather than like perforating it where it needs to, or where it was intended to be. I'm thinking like down here, but it looks weird to kind of block off the top or the bottom of that rainbow. So maybe I'll put some underneath this header in this section. This cluster is not really doing it for me, but I'll play around with it a little bit more and we shall see. I'm not really liking what's going on up in this corner, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel up these stickers and then the washi tape. And maybe what I need in here is quotes. I feel like maybe that's what it's missing. While I was removing those, I took the washi tape and I put it down here as just like kind of a test, and I think that looks pretty good. It's way too wrinkly to keep the original strip, but I think I'm going to replace that with a different piece of washi tape to kind of get that same effect. It brings the cluster out a little bit longer in this section, which I like. I normally end up with it like kind of pushed off to one side of like this box. So I'm dragging it out this time, trying to mix stuff up. So we've got a little bit more of the washi tape. For quotes, I'm going into Bold Blush to pull some of the black, like hand-lettered kind of looking stickers like these ones. And I'm just trying to pick things that kind of align with like the general vibe of that. So I feel like Be Happy would work, like rainbows, Be Happy, that makes sense. I'm having a very hard time peeling this up off of the sticker book. It's like taking the backer off with it. Okay, I think I finally got it. We've got Be Happy. This is a pretty large cluster, so I don't know if that's necessarily the place that I want it to go. I could put it like down here around that box. I could go up on the rainbow on Monday, which I think looks good, kind of having that layered. There's still enough room to write to the left of it if I cluster things that way. And then I'm going to take one of these little confetti cluster things and just kind of make this a trio. I think that looks good. As for the remaining boxes, okay, so I've got one for the release. I know I have a paper that's due on Tuesday, so I'm not going to get a lot of Etsy stuff done in the morning, but I know I'll have time afterwards to do like some order packing, so I'll put a box there. In the spirit of mixing it up, I think I'm going to swap some boxes around. So normally I'll do the ones to film in one column and the ones to edit in another column. But when I was first using a dashboard planner, this box used to be filled in with like a color, and it was the most obnoxious thing ever because you couldn't really like work around it. If you wanted like your spread to like be a certain color palette, you either had to white it out or just deal with it. So I always used to cover it up and then have all of my like checklist items in the same box over here. So I'm going to move that over there so that I can do a little bit more decorative stuff up at the top of whatever's going on in this box now. It might just be like a quote box or something like that. So I'm thinking a little bit more of the polka dot sticker. But to do that, this one's going to need to come up ever so slightly so that I can kind of weasel it underneath. And I think this will offset what's going on at the bottom of this page. It's not getting rid of any of my functional writing room, so I'm fine having that there. And then I want to pick another quote, and I think Always Shine Bright will be really cute with all of the rainbows. I'm going to pair it with another rainbow, and we're going to go with this one. I feel like what was going on with this cluster up there was the blue of the clouds wasn't really matching the color palette I was going for. So I'm trying to place things. Maybe I need to white out these polka dots first. But I'm thinking I'm going to try to keep it mainly to the pink color palette so that the blue doesn't get overwhelming. Okay, Always Shine Bright is going to go right here. Maybe it should go down a little bit. I don't know. We're struggling today. Took me a while to figure out stickers, and it's taken me a while to figure out where to put them. But I think that looks pretty good. And maybe the last piece of that puzzle is a touch of the gold washi tape kind of coming in from the side of the like page. So if I take this, and I already did a torn edge on it, I can just kind of put a little piece coming in. It'll cover up some of that whiteout so you're not seeing that line of whiteout that's covering the bullet points as clearly, which is good because I don't want a whole bunch of whiteout being like highly visible in a decorative section. So I think that worked out well for me. This is looking cute. It reminds me of like a really trendy elementary school classroom that I always see on TikTok that has all of the like Dalmatian dots and the rainbows, but I don't mind that. I think it's kind of cute. So we've got some bullet points that I'm going to use to mark out posts over here. I like this little Hello Sunshine banner, but I just don't know if it's going to make it into this spread. Got some more of these little sparkle stickers, which I think could be cute to bring into the cluster that I did over here. So like covering up more of that white out. I'll take this one that's a little bit larger and kind of move it down towards the lower right-hand corner of the box to really take up my space. I think that's looking good. This one didn't get any sparkles down here, but I don't mind it without them. I'm going to take a brief pause from the decorative stuff and go in and do the bullet points. For those, I'm going to be using the ones that came on this sticker sheet. And let's see, we got 10 of them over here. I did print 2 copies of the set in case I needed extras of anything, which I think will be helpful with the bullet points because I've been posting twice a day. On some days, it's kind of like an every other day thing, but it's nice to have the bullet points available if I want to write stuff in. So I'm going to go ahead and place these real fast and I will be back in a second. I did them kind of randomly where it's like one on these days and then it kind of like alternates. I don't know. I feel like if I need to move posts around, I can move posts around, but this looks good in the space and it also takes into account the days that I'm like kind of busy with schoolwork, which is Monday and Tuesday, and then I've got some more free time towards the weekend. So what I have left on this is the checklist, this Hello Sunshine little pennant, and then some boxes, which I can save for another spread. Like these are really cute stickers that I wouldn't have a problem using again or like making a spread in a different planner with. So I'm going to keep those. Over here, more rainbows maybe. I don't know. Like I'm feeling a little rainbowed out. If I take this smaller one, would it look odd to have 2 rainbows in one box? I think it looks kind of cute with the tiny one, like underneath the slightly larger one. I think that looks good. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to take this last one that's the yellow and pink one. These ones are kind of leaning heavily towards the blue, so that's why I'm staying away from those 2. But I think maybe this one could go nicely in this cluster. Yes, it blocks out Sunday, but I'll know it's Sunday, so that doesn't matter as much. I'll take some more of the confetti stickers to fill in some gaps. And this has the confetti design on it, so I'm trying not to like put it directly underneath it. Go with this one. I thought maybe because it had the blue it would be fine, but it just feels like a little too much down there. And then this one probably doesn't need any in the cluster. Maybe this one needs another? Yes. This one's gonna go right up next to Monday. That kind of balances things out nicely. And now I'm thinking, do I need more quotes? Because both of these are up at the top half of the spread. I wish I had like a longer one that could go along the bottom of this, but I think all of the ones in that bold blush book are kind of like vertically aligned. Well, there's some smaller options, like Smile Today could be fun. I also was looking at this one that says Be Love and Light, and I was thinking maybe I could like cut it up to make it a longer quote, but I feel like they're really well designed where it wouldn't look as good if I cut it up and like put it into a straight line. So I'm like, maybe a shorter quote would be better. Smile Today, Live Out Loud, She Just Shines. We already have something about shining. Live in the Sunshine, which is cute for the rainbows, but not the right sizing. So we're gonna go with Smile Today. Rainbows make me smile, so the quote makes sense. I'm also keeping in the back of my mind that I want something to cover up that box up at the top. So maybe something out of Bold and Blush in that pink tone. I will just have to find the perfect sticker and, well, first I have to hope it exists and then I'll find it. So I'm putting that there. Maybe a tiny rainbow with that. So I could do this one and just kind of place it next to Smile Today. It's a little close to this one, but I think you understand the theme is rainbows, so it's no shocker that there's going to be a lot of rainbows on the pages. I didn't find anything in the Bold Blush book that would fit this space, probably because it's for the big sized planner and this is the classic. So I'm gonna go look in my like black and white sticker books. Maybe like a black sticker up here would be good to kind of make things a little bit heavier up towards the top. It feels really light and airy, but I do want to kind of highlight or emphasize the graphicness of those black polka dots and maybe bring some more in. I don't know. Like 3 touches like feels like not enough in my mind, but on the pages it's a pretty bold effect. So I'm gonna look for the sticker to fill in this, and I'll reconsider the polka dots when we get a little bit closer to that decision. I grabbed black and white, and I'm looking at some of these little banners. So one of the longer ones is going to fit that space. We have Hello Weekend, Think Happy, Be Happy, Bring on the Week, Make This Day Count, Hello Weekend. This one is really cute because it's a little polka dot pattern. Maybe that would be fun, and then I could overlap it with one of According to Allie's stickers that says like post or something like that, or today. We'll try that one out. It looks really close to the Dalmatian dot of the rainbow, so I like that. I only wish there were more of those Dalmatian dots in this sticker book. There is one full box that I don't want to use because I'm saving it for a special occasion, which means I'm never going to use it, unfortunately, but it's so cute. This one right here. So I'm going to hold on to that one. This one is the same, but just gold foiled. And maybe that's what I should have done instead of labeling this with the black box. I don't know. I feel like if I peel it up, it's not gonna like tear things. So I could just test that little page banner one. And plus, if I had a page banner on this half of the spread, and then it would kind of balance out what's going on in the YouTube section. This section up here at the top being the days that I post YouTube videos, or like the weekly YouTube schedule, which has been kind of on the fritz lately because of finals, but summer will come soon enough, and then things will be nice and regular once again, as if they were ever really like regular on a posting schedule. So I'm placing this, and I like it, but I'm thinking maybe what if I just layer on top of it? Would that look good? Kind of like using it as washi? No, that's getting to be a little too clustered. So I'm gonna peel up the black box. I don't think it needs to be titled Analytics. Plus, I don't have an According to Allie box that, or letter sticker that says Analytics, so I would have to hand letter it or just hand write it in. And the rest of them I think are gonna be labeled with Allie's like writing, so I don't wanna throw that off. And I'm thinking, do I need one to label the collab that's going on here? It's not really gonna work over there. I don't know if I need that to be labeled with anything. So I'm just going to try to stick this back in the book. It wasn't on the page for too long, so I feel like it's salvageable. I'm going into this According to Allie sticker album. This is the one that I use for more of my functional stuff. And I'm going to try to find some social media stickers that I can use to label things. And I know I have social media stickers in here. It's just a matter of where did I put them? Okay, so we've got YouTube right here. And then I have a second sheet that just has some post stickers on it because I don't use those as much. I normally will put like a decorative box up here or some washi, and then I don't end up labeling it. So I have a few extras, but I can use them, or I could use one of them at least. So we'll start with film, and that's gonna go up here. And in this instance, I kind of wish I had the ones on paper because the ends of the letters blend into the black boxes. It's not the end of the world, I'll still know what they say, but I wish I had a little bit of a white border around these to kind of differentiate them from the layering that's going on. Okay, we've got edit. I put it at a slight angle so that the bottom of the T is still visible, or the cross on the T is still visible. Trying to keep things legible is important. I like the lettering. I think it looks really well, or works really well with the bold blush quotes. And then this one's going to be post, although that's not super legible with all the little polka dots on it. So maybe we don't need a post sticker in this spread. It's going back onto the post sheet. I'm grabbing this one that is the to-do sticker sheet from According to Allie. And I'm going to take one of the to-do stickers to label. I'm having such a hard time. I should pick different words. I'm going to use that to title, there we go, this box over here, to do. So this is like a little checklist of to-dos. And then I'll take one that says today and put that on the collab. So that one's going to go over here. I'm going to repeat that for the other box on the right half of the spread just to keep things consistent. And it'll look so cute next to that little rainbow. So today, this one doesn't need a title because I know what it is and I need a lot of writing room to get all of the different statistics in there that I want to put into the box. I'm coming back to my original question of polka dots or no more polka dots, and I think the answer is more polka dots. So I want them on this half of the spread. I feel like the left half of the spread is pretty polka dot heavy, but I'm gonna peel back the edge of this today box to slip underneath one of these longer little stretches of polka dots to kind of stretch things upwards maybe. So that'll go right underneath that. Put that back in place. It feels like it needs something in that area, maybe like a little confetti sticker if I have one. Yep, so we'll try that. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, I don't really need any clouds or rainbows, so that's gonna stay like that. And then I need one more to kind of even things out. And I was like thinking maybe along the bottom of Sunday, like one of these longer stretches, but maybe that would make things a little too heavy. So I'm gonna take this larger cluster right here and maybe like put that along the bottom. It's hard because they're like almost exactly the same size as the bullet points, and I don't want things to get like visually confusing. So I'll drop it down ever so slightly so that leaves a line between the two things. And once I write on the pages, I think it'll be a little bit clearer what's going on with the polka dots, but we'll try that out. And then what if I take the other half and do it like around Smile Today like that? Does it look weird to have a little bit of a break in the middle between the two things? Maybe, but I could fill it in with this fragment that I cut earlier when I was dealing with that cluster. So just a tiny little touch more, fits perfectly around the quote. And now I just have to cut off the excess and hope things work out. Beautiful, okay. So I think this is helping a little bit. Most of my polka dots are going horizontally, like these three main stretches are going horizontally. This one's kind of clustered, but this vertical one I think is distracting from the rest of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel that one up and maybe reposition it somewhere else. Or I could like flip it and make it horizontal. Like if it goes over this box like that, that might help. Maybe. I might be venturing into the territory of stop with the stickers, Caitlin, but we always hit that wall and then take it one step further. That's how this channel works, unfortunately. I'm gonna put like 3 polka dots. 3 polka dots. Okay, maybe it's like 5. Up in that top corner to kind of balance out what's going on there. This last little stretch of them and whatever's on my hand, that can just go away. I feel like this cluster or this part of the cluster needs to go somewhere for me to be like finally happy with this, and I'm struggling like where on earth would this even go? And maybe I need to just like cut this off so it's not like a straight edge anymore. It looks like 3 single polka dots, and then place that somewhere. Like up here maybe. No, that fills in the cluster really weird. Maybe like up there. I don't know. Okay. Oh, yes, right there. Okay. So I think this is looking good. No more polka dots. Please take them away from me. Okay, no one's here, so I gotta do it myself, but no more polka dots. Now I'm looking at it and this like looks too light to me. If I put some gold with it, would that help? Or I'm just like, maybe I should just swap it out for like a black bar that goes up there. I can't decide. I'll start by testing it with the washi tape option and just like putting a little piece of it down there. Yeah, I think that works. So I'm just gonna peel that up, tear the edge so that I'm getting a nice like ripped edge on that. And for this one, I think I'm just gonna pre-tear what I think I want it to be so that I don't have to worry about trying to maneuver things. I'm not a huge fan of when the washi tape like unrolls to the left because I'm right-handed. I imagine if you're left-handed, that's a dream for you, but it's difficult for me to kind of navigate things that way. So that's going up there, and now I have 4 clusters of washi tape, and I want it to be 5. So with this last little like piece of washi tape, trying to decide where that might go. Could go over this whiteout, but then that gets a little weird with this cluster down here. Could even go like onto the polka dots, but that just doesn't feel right. I'm gonna leave it at 4 clusters of washi tape, or 4 pieces of washi tape, and just be happy with it. I think this is getting a little overdone, so I'm just gonna stop here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this back onto the discs and just get a good look at it. Okay, and here it is, my polka dots planner spread for the Plannable Challenge this week, hosted by Planogram and Squared Plans. It was a hard one to make. I mean, I struggled like finding inspiration for this spread. I struggled finding the words to describe what I was doing. Just all around like a long process in getting this made, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. I really like these stickers from Girly, Geek, Paper Co. So I think I will definitely be returning as a customer. She has some really cute designs, and I was looking at some strawberries. So maybe more stickers from her to come on the channel. I like the option of the digital downloads. I think it's really great to be able to instantly get stickers when you're feeling in a creative rut. I look through my sticker albums so many times and I'm like, I can't figure it out. Why not just buy new stickers that'll be here immediately? So I did that, and I like the way this turned out. I'm gonna call it done. I don't need to think too much on it, and things will probably move around as I plan in this spread, but it's nice to be able to get planned in my social media planner. It's kind of taken a back seat with all of the academic stuff that I'm currently working on. I finally got around to making a spread for this current week, which isn't completely filled in, but it looks good. I think it looks good. It's the hummingbirds are from Alicia Michelle, and then the like foliage in the background is Create with Mandy. I think it's really cute and springy. I think this one is kind of cute and summery, so maybe a little bit of seasonal transition there, but I'm gonna call it good. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos, as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning.